HR professional can elaborate their strategic role into the organization through the different data you may already have. You have the different metrics, but based on that, how you can future proof your organization decision making, or also make your organization more agile, more competitive into the dynamic edge of the businesses. So that's why the HR analytics are the most essential, most demand skill for the HR professional now. To further, when it is come to especially the HR analytics mean it is the firm decision making on about your the different strategies you are making it and helping you from the HR function to creating the value for your organization and performance, the excellencies you can go through analytics, then you can transform all and overall your strategies further to making the firm decisions.
Definitely got some sort of a grounding
Yes,
to know
sir.
as to what HR is all about and what we are talking from the HR perspective also.
Yeah.
Okay, but how do we relate the data to the story? That's very, very important because data is complex, but stories facilitate some understanding, which means that we have so much of humongous data in our HR. And if you want to present the HR, let's say attrition data or maybe the compensation data, it's very complex for the guy to really understand over it. But if you put it in a story format and if you facilitate some sort of understanding to say that, hey, our compensation strategies are meeting the national standards or meeting the regional standards, or okay, what does that really mean, the regional or the national standards? When you're trying to put those particular into the bucket and say that, okay, fine, this is the range for X people, this is the Y range for Y people, something like that. So, when anybody, any thoughts? Why HR is just known as a strategic business partner? You would have heard about HR business partner role also, position, right? You would have heard. But why HR as a strategic partner to the business apply to your HR? Because HR is also one business function and HR has got huge set of data. So first stage is the descriptive analytics. Time to hire is something where a person not only starts the activity right from your manpower budgeting to the approvals to the calling of the CVs and resumes and other thing, that is by putting your advertisement or maybe in print or maybe LinkedIn. Then I can also take a payback period. That is, I have invested something in my people, correct? But what is the payback to me? Correct. So I can even take that particular payback period. How will I recover that particular cost? There are so many metrics that HR can definitely work on, related to your recruitment, related to training, related to your compensation, related to any functions that you perform in your organization. There are a lot of metrics. We'll talk about this host of metrics in our session, normal session. Now this is where the HR chart and the dashboard comes into the picture, guys. Now what is a chart and what is a dashboard? Right? A chart is a single way of representing or visualizing that particular data. So when you're talking about HR functions, you are presenting 4, 5, 6 charts, different charts. It gives you a picture about it. So a pie chart, a line chart, maybe an area chart, or a notices during the first year of the age by group. So you can see this one. So you can see even if this is just only for HR functions. If you want to collectively put it across the HR functions, you can take those HR functions and put it. But if you want to put it for a particular HR, right? If you go here, if you go to this particular cell, right, it gives you an idea of the total rows you have got and you have got total columns over here. So it is the first thing which is go here. It will give you this particular information itself. So that is where the information of so many Excel rows and columns are there. Okay. Now this may run into so many columns and it may run into so many rows also. Now this is a time to hire. Okay. This is a time to hire. Time to hire. Say I have recruited so many people, so many candidates have come and I have selected and all those things are there. Now I have got this particular data collected for this particular department. Let's say Apple surveys, BD marketing, BPO, so many departments are there. So over a period of time, let's say in the last 3 months or maybe in the last 6 months, I have recruited so many people for different departments. And this is the delay in formal approval, getting an approval from the management. Time to shortlist the CVs. I have taken so much of interview time. I have taken so much of time to offer approval time. Then this guy has taken so much of time to join the organization, and this is the total lead time. So the total lead time is nothing but the addition of this particular column. So the total lead time taken is 74 days. Now this 74 could be hours, now 74 could be days. So you have to see what exactly is it, because immediately if you see there is nothing mentioned at days over here at all, but one clue is here, days to join, which means that if I have taken so many of days, then it's quite possible that this all could be in days. So you have to be very clear that why you are working on this data. If you are convincing yourself, that is best for yourself, because you just can't go on assumptions. Assumptions are good, but sometimes it doesn't give you any lead at all. So when I know that this is my lead time, and if I want to draw the charts, right, different charts for this particular thing, what I can go to is that I can go to insert, I can go to recommended chart. I'm using Windows 10, guys. That's why the Excel is coming with a built-in chart. Earlier, I used to just select some of these charts and draw those particular charts. But the Excel is now got a feature to say that recommended chart. So you just see what exactly Excel is giving you. See, it is saving your time. Okay, therein where the efficiency comes into the picture. And see the recommendation. Okay, now this is the recommendations of for this. Okay, my mistake. Okay, so now let's say I just select this particular chart and I go to the recommended chart. So it gives you the recommendation over here. So let's say this is the sum of delay in receiving formal approval, shortlisting guys, then approval time, then you can see sum of days to join, and this is the total lead time. Now I'm interested in total lead time because I want to know that what is the total lead time taken. So this is where, if you see, automatically the pivot chart is created. Right, you can play with this particular pivoting itself. So I didn't tell pivoting. If you want, I can go to insert and insert a pivot chart also. But the Excel is intelligent enough to create a pivot chart itself. Now this is the sum of the total lead time. Now I don't want the sum of the total lead time. I want the let's say I want the values, let's say average. I want to know the average lead time. So if you see here, the average lead time is given to here for each and every department. Now, if I want to know that, oh, what is this 80, 100 and other things, I don't know here what exactly. So I go and click on this particular chart, and then I got this particular plus sign. I go to this chart element, I click on that, and then it gives me the data labels. I will select those particular data labels, and I see it is taken 91 point so and so. Now, I don't want this particular 97 and other thing. I want to remove this particular, what to say, the fractional data and other. See predictions for this. If I want to see a prediction, what exactly is the lead time taken, going to be taken for the future. Now, if you see this forecast, what does this show? It shows the blue line and it shows the orange line. What does this mean is that the blue line are the past data. The blue line are the historical data which is represented over here. Right?
Yes,
Does
sir.
this make this makes sense to you, right? So where my historical data is flown, and based on that, where my futuristic data is going to flow. So if my hiring lead time is going flattened out, then I'm really good about it, no doubt about it. But I can do something for the other department. So the data sheet is already here, and then this is the sheet you can create. So as many what to say, charts you want to create, you will be creating those particular different charts via this particular different sheets. Okay. Now there is another plus sign which sort of a plus sign over here with a block over here. So you may be having departments also, right? So you can show over here the different groups over here. So how many of those particular people who have left? Okay. Now when you click over here, okay, there are three dots over here. You can have more options in this. Export data, show as table, something like that, spotlight, something like, you can work on this. Of course, we will talk more about it, right? So this is the SP group on this particular x-axis, and this is particular y-axis. So you have those things also. So you can create multiple charts over here. Let's say, for example, all right, and then you bring this particular on the bottom, and then this is what, and then you can send this particular thing to your management.
When it is come to the HR analytics, that you can learn the most of the understanding, learning, and the practical learning from the, and get expertise from the answer experience who has 31 years of experience as in the launching this certified HR analytics workshop, that program that would be especially started from the next week 20. It is the 1 month of duration program will not impact your daily working. So this program, when we are going to deliver, so as in the becoming certified this HR analytics, so there would be cover the 6 different module, and there's module will be start from the advanced strategies where understanding the base for your analytics, then your the method prediction and the analytics how you can do, then the different tool as the three tool, and Arun sir has been shared with you how advanced you can use these tools effectively to generate or especially precising visualizing your data to make the firm decisions. Then importance and the application of HR analytics to your organization as your the business success, business growth, and further the future. What is the leading technology are coming and how it can bring you or make you the indispensable HR and lead your HR function. So as I mentioned, so this is the one of the program we are going to launch first time. So this is going to be happen in the 4 day in a week. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So these session would be 8:30 to 10 p.m. 1.5 hours of session every day, alternate day, which would be go through further around 16 plus sessions would be there. Till then, the whole program does not be covered.